Hey guys, it's Aaron here from the nicest guys in Detroit. Now, I know you know me as one of the nicest guys in Detroit, and if you watched my streaming, you might have also seen that I'm the best poker player in Detroit. Well, I am also the best daily fantasy sports player in Detroit. And today, I am, because I'm one of the nicest guys in Detroit, I'm going to make sure I show you guys how to win $1 million like I'm going to win tonight. Now, I know technically if you win a million, I win a million, it actually would cut into profits and we'll have to share it. But again, I'm a very nice guy and I'm willing to share my profits tonight that I will be winning playing DraftKings. Now, to kind of level set a little bit, DraftKings is a daily fantasy service. Some of you might not have played it. You also have FanDuel. The mode that I am going to be playing is going to be a showdown mode. It's going to be a little different than the standard setup that you normally do, but I'm going to kind of walk you through it. I'm going to walk you through my logic, and I let you guys know what the best way to play is. So let me just pull up the screen. All right, yeah, okay, I think you can see it now. So this is the DraftKings UI. As you see, I have $12.09 in my account. The reason for that is because I cashed out earlier today because I won a nice little chunk over the weekend. What I normally do, I win a chunk of money, I cash 75% out. I use that 75% and deposit it into DraftKings stock because I like paying a rate to myself, and then I play with the other 25%. So that's what I generally do. My bankroll has been growing. I've been rolling. If you see me like on the weekends or something, you'll see that I'm always playing fantasy football, even fantasy basketball when it starts. That's just, it's just really fun for me. And I am the best, as I said. So the kind of idea of this is that you can profit from this, and a lot of the people that play it for a living or play it to profit will tell you that you can profit from daily fantasy. It's not quite a lotto. If you understand football, if you understand the teams, if you understand the spreads, all of that, you will have a kind of a step ahead of the normal daily fantasy player. What you would normally do is what they would tell you is to basically play 50-50s. Let me see if I can just find something that I can do a comparison to. Let's see. 40K Slam Jam, blah, blah, blah. Um, I do winner take alls in general. That's what I normally profit from. I do like these 300s to get 1,000. My basic idea is that the basic idea you get into is that if you're a winning player, that means that more often than not you will place in the top 50% of players that play. If you place in that top 50% and you play 50-50s, over time you're going to gradually gain money as you play. But that's a really slow way of playing the game. And for some reason, I'm just not used to this UI because I normally play it on my phone, so it's a little bit different. But let me just scroll just a little. Let's see if I can find one. We have winner take all, showdowns, blah, 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 satellite, single entries, double ups. So double ups are an example. So that's what 50-50s, one-on-ones, double ups are what people tell you to play. And what happens is a group of how many people? 71 people are in it. Half of the first through the 32nd will get $500. The rest of the people get nothing because they suck. And the idea is that if you get really good, if you understand football, if you understand how to weigh your money, you're going to keep winning those. But that's kind of boring. And while I do play those, again, like I said, I normally do single entries because they're winner take all because it's a little more fun to try to get one of four. And I normally win it like 2 out of 2 times, so I end up profiting over times. But what people really like to play are these giant games. So you have like the Monday Night Millionaire. And it's there's a total prize pool of $2,250,000. The top player, if you go, you can see the rules on the prize payouts. Number 1 gets 1 million, 2 gets 100,000, so on and so forth until you get down to there where you basically get a little more than your money back or whatever. So that's what a lot of people get drawn in for because they want the big jackpot. They want the big jackpot, and they want to get $1 million. Now, the thing is, These are basically a lottery. I mean, they're kind of worthless. I play them because it's fun. I'll put in like 2 or 3 entries, but I know I'm wasting that money. I typically get in that little bubble. I get in the bubble like half of the time, but the bubble only gives me 25, 50 back. It's really not worth it, and I don't expect to really gain from it, except for tonight. So tonight is going to be a little bit different because tonight the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals is on their third string quarterback. I mean, I have no idea who this guy is. I just don't know. I think it might be me. I think I got a call to come play for him, so you might see me on the field tonight. But whatever the case, that's what's going on tonight. So everybody and their mother is going to be just loading up their team with Steelers. And the Steelers defense. The Steelers defense is probably going to be the number one played team here. But I'm going to kind of walk you through this. So I have 1209 left in my account. I am going to go to something that costs like $10. So what do we have? Ignore me being maxed out and stuff. Don't worry about that. That's just me playing around. That's me giving to charity. Okay, they aren't real entries. I'm going to show you my real entry. This is my $1 million winner that I'll be splitting with you guys. So I go down to something that costs around $10. All right, this is a double up. Not worth it. I want a jackpot. Let's see. I do entry fee. All right, 25 cents is too little. That's not going to really gain me anything. Okay, so right now we're going to set up our team, and I'm going to kind of walk you through how this all works as I set up the team. So, as I said before, this game is going to be most likely a blowout. It means that the Pittsburgh Steelers players, somebody's going to blow up. They're going to get the ball way too much. The defense is going to stop this guy. Let's just look at the team. So this is the layout, etc. Let's draft a team, and we'll kind of walk through as I go. So Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, first of all, you have the king spot. The king spot, the point value for the player is 1.5 points, but it makes them more costly to put in your king spot. So there's a little give and take. You could put a Ben Roethlisberger, who I can't stand. Don't get me talking about Ben Roethlisberger, but that's something else entirely. But you can have like him in. He costs his salary is, let's see, you can have a salary. First of all, you have a salary of $50,000 that you had to work with. Ben Roethlisberger, to put him in your king spot, would cost $17,000 of that salary. So he becomes very expensive. But if you scroll down to the bottom to these other guys, you could get a Tyler Boyd for $12,000. So there's a lot of give and take there. I think what a lot of people are going to do in this game, they assume that the Steelers will just blow these guys out. They haven't been scoring too much lately, but they think that like Ben Roethlisberger will get a lot of passes. So they want to stick him in their lineup somewhere, but they don't want to pay quite that much for him. They would rather put in a receiver in that spot. So I think a lot are going to go for Claypool or Johnson. I think Johnson is going to be covered by the Bengals' weakest person that can cover any receiver ever. So I think he will have an advantage in this game. So just for what a smart person would do, they'll probably put Johnson or Claypool in their king spot. So you draft them in your king spot. Then for your flex, you're going to do a Roethlisberger because you want to put these two people together. If your quarterback passes to a receiver, you're guaranteeing those points go to each other. So you put Ben Roethlisberger in. So we just slide him in here. Then we go down. You want to do something a little cheaper. You figure end of the game you might get some dump outs. You have a tight end there. Now I know there are a lot of Detroit fans probably watching this, and we know about how Eric Ebron had stone hands and dropped everything. Yes, he has been doing the same thing for the Steelers, but let's just go ahead and get him because he might, every once in a while he would have an okay game for the Lions, and he has an okay game for the Steelers every once in a while. So Ebron is in. Who else do we have? Now we get we have some hurt people. Like, I would love to play Joe Mixon for Cincinnati because they're going to be running it all of the time because they aren't going to be able to pass it, and I'll show you that in a minute. but we can't go with that. So if we go down a little, and Connor is kind of hurt for Philadelphia. You don't know how, I mean, sorry, for Pittsburgh. You don't know how they're going to really use him. So you might not want to go Connor, but you might go like their backup, which is Snell. And that might be somebody you take. So we just go with these 6,200. It leaves us average remaining player about 5,000 each. So now we're running kind of low on money. So what do? So we start going down to the bottom. Now there is somebody I have to put in here because that's what everybody's going to do. I will put the Steelers defense in. And the Steelers defense will be in a lot of people's king spots because they expect them to just be out there intercepting every ball, maybe getting an interception TD. They expect them to just dominate this game. So a lot of people are putting the Steelers in the king spot. Of course, we're just playing around right now, so there. All right, now we have 3,100 left. The issue is you have to pick a Bengal. You can't just pick off Pittsburgh players, and that's not even really the smartest thing to do anyway. So for the Bengals, I look around. I'm just looking like you have to look at under 3,000. So we go down here. We have the defense. You do not want the Bengals defense probably because you figure that Pittsburgh's going to score, so that's not going to be worth any points. You go down. We have like these running backs that, and this is where I would kind of go in. Would normally be like a running back. Like whoever this guy is or whoever that guy is, because you figure there's going to be a lot of garbage time. They'll put in their garbage time running backs, whatever. But so, again, we're just playing around right now, so I would just put in random Cincinnati running back that I don't even know. So you're going in Williams. Yep, let's look at his stats. No, yep. Yep, yeah, well, that's pretty much what I thought. 12 attempts, 13 attempts. You know, he might be worthwhile. He might get a garbage time touchdown or something like that, which goes a long way into helping you win the game. So we're going to grab him. So you'll get variants of this kind of lineup. You'll get some that have multiple receivers for Pittsburgh. You'll get some that maybe grab their weird quarterback or whatever, or whoever's playing for them. But you're going to get variances of that kind of general lineup for this game. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to win $1 million. See, here's the issue. If everybody picks the same lineup, you're going to have to split all of that money with everybody else. So if you tie with somebody in first place for $1 million, but you tie with 1 million people, you're going to get $1 each. Actually, less than that because DraftKings takes a rake. So what you want to do, you want to get a weird choice of one player off that will make you more unique, and that also gives you the variance of being able to get over everybody else with your weirdly unique roster and getting all that money to yourself, or maybe share between one or two people, or to just be like right in that bubble. We're going to do it Super Galaxy Brain, though. So we're going to actually look at these players. We're going to look at the game. So remember what I said. We have me quarterbacking for the team. If I'm not quarterbacking for the Bengals, let's see who is playing. Oh, it's this guy. It's this Ryan Finley guy. So let's look at Ryan Finley. All right, last game. Let's see a game where he was actually so here's his average. Away games, he's got 9 completions, 17 attempts, so 9 for 17. At 52%, interceptions 2, interceptions. So you expect him to get intercepted a lot. Look at this. Rushing attempts 1, 19 yards. So this guy isn't really showing much of anything. But you know what? We are going Super Galaxy Brain here. So in doing that, we got to kind of predict how the game goes. So the first thing that's going to happen is that Ben Roethlisberger is going to go out. He's going to go out, and he's going to get all big. He's going to get ready, and then he's going to, like, trip over one of his players. Like, oh, no, he tripped over one of his players. That means automatically that his backup goes in, and his backup does not cost as much as him. His backup costs, let's see, Josh Dobbs is not his backup. So Rudolph, I think, is still actually his backup. So we're going to put Rudolph in. So he's he's not even in the wrong spot. Let's put him in the king spot. Rudolph, get in the king spot. Why can I not put you in the king spot? This UI is confusing me. What are you doing here? So, Rudolph, We don't want you in the king spot. I changed my mind. I don't even want him there. So whatever. Rudolph is in. Because again, Roethlisberger's not going to play out. Everybody's going to have Roethlisberger. 99.95% of people will have Roethlisberger. Let me tell you what happened to me. I picked the perfect lineup on Saturday. Absolutely perfect lineup. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, I think it was Saturday. Perfect lineup. I thought it out. It was absolutely perfect. Some guy picks a backup quarterback for no reason whatsoever. He didn't even play more than 3 games. He just really trusted in this backup quarterback, put the backup quarterback in his king spot, and won $500,000. This is a real thing that just happened this weekend. He didn't play 150 games. He played 1 game and just decided like he was really in love with the backup quarterback, put him in the king spot, ran away with the whole thing. He was the only guy that did it out of however many thousands were playing. That's what's going to happen here. Everybody's going to get Roethlisberger, but nope, that's the trick. He's going to get hurt because he's going to trip. He's going to trip, he's going to hurt his ankle, and then Rudolph's going to come in and get some points. What happens when Rudolph comes in, he's a little rusty, and nobody expected Roethlisberger to be out, so you know what you're going to do? You're going to put the Bengals defense in. So now the Bengals defense, they're going to get some interceptions on that. You know, look at Rudolph. He averages negative .1. This Bengals defense averages 2.8, yeah, but they're going to average 20.8 when they're going against Rudolph and this depleted Steelers team. Okay, so then what's next? Well, we're going to look around a little bit more. So, all right, now we got to build our team. So the Steelers are going to be all deflated. Plus, they're already in the playoffs. They're jockeying for position, but they're already in the playoffs, so they don't care. So, you know, Johnson, he's not going to do anything. He's like, I don't feel like playing right now. You know, I'm good. I'm not playing. Smith, Schuster, no, he's like, I'm not going for it. You know who's going to show up this game? Ebram, again, he has brick hands. He's just going to drop everything. Who do we have? Washington. Washington is going to be the one receiver that shows up. Boom, you are in Washington. You are going to get 32 points. Call it. I'm calling it right here. My prediction, Washington, 32 points. Now, we have to get into the Bengals because they're going to blow it up. You know, let's see, who do we have here? Who do we have for the Bengals? We got Tyler Boyd. Too obvious. You're going to have too many people that pick Tyler Boyd. Nope, we aren't going to get Tyler Boyd. You know who we're going to get? We're going to go down a little. We're going to get some value out of this, and we are going to get, we aren't going to go that far, T. Higgins. Now, honestly, he's a good choice in general. He's kind of trending up. Like, if you look at his updates, he got 5 receptions on 8 targets. You know, he's getting targeted a little more, and this is PPR, so points per reception. Targets matter. So guess what, T. Higgins? You are on the team. You are on the team. This is $1 million team. You're on, T. Higgins. I hope you appreciate this if you're watching it. Let's see, who else do we have? So now we need a little bit more. What else are we going to bring into the fray? Well, I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Even Vegas thinks it's going to be a low-scoring game. In fact, I think both offenses will be so ineffective that they aren't going to get any touchdowns. So what we're going to do, we're going to go slide down. We're going to look Cincinnati's kicker, $3,600. Boom, you're in. I have $27,000 left for my remaining players. But guess what? I don't need it. That $27,000 that is going to be left is going to be going towards the $1 million that is going to go into your pocket and my pocket, okay? So don't worry about your average remaining player and the amount you have left. Okay, we're good. Because you know what? We know what's going to fill our king spot? Well, this is what's going to fill our king spot. We're going to get Pittsburgh's kicker. The 2 kicker double clap. You cannot beat this. This is a pincher move. If you saw like Tenet, it's like the pincher move. It's coming from both sides. You got a kicker over here kicking there, kicker kicking there. Nobody's going to score any touchdowns. It's like kick, kick, kick. Oh, it is just set. So everybody, this is your lineup. This is the $1 million lineup. Everybody pick this lineup. Trust me, we're going to share this big pot, but it's going to be worth it. All right? So let's just go through it again. I mean, you might want to switch your king. I don't think you should. I think that where the king spot is, I think the kicker for Pittsburgh is good because he's going to get 3 50-yarders. That's 15 points. You get 0.5 on top of that. You're just rolling in the points. So you have Boswell, Rudolph, the Bengals D, Washington, Higgins, and Seibert, whoever he is. So that's your team. The kicker, pincher formation, millions. We're going to share it. Everybody, thanks for watching me. I think next time I'm going to go talk about how I'm the best predicted gambler ever. So we'll talk about that next time. So have a nice day, and I'll see you in the millions. Bye.